Wasting time today is more expensive than you think. In this video, I'll show you how to stop wasting your valuable time. A few years ago, I realized something uncomfortable. I wasn't just losing money, I was losing time. Every day I was working for money. But my money wasn't working for me. And when I looked at my bank account, something became obvious. If I kept saving money the traditional way, I would spend decades working while my money barely grew. That's when I started investing. Not because I was rich, not because I was a finance expert, but because I discovered something about time and money that completely changed how I see my future. Most people think investing is something you start doing later in life. Maybe when you're 35. Maybe when you're 40. Maybe when you finally have real money. That's what I thought too. But then I saw a simple chart showing how money grows over time. And it completely changed my perspective. Because the biggest advantage in investing isn't intelligence. It isn't picking the perfect stock. It's starting earlier than everyone else. And once I understood that, delaying suddenly felt extremely expensive. When I first learned about compound growth, it sounded almost too simple. But the more I looked into it, the more powerful it became. Compounding means your money earns returns, and those returns start earning returns too. Imagine planting a small tree. In the first years, it barely grows. But after decades, the tree becomes massive. Investing works exactly the same way. At first, progress feels slow. Your portfolio grows a little, then a little more. And after many years, the growth becomes surprisingly fast. That's the moment when your money begins doing most of the work. If you're enjoying the video, hit like, subscribe for more. Most people in these comments haven't started investing. Prove me wrong, when did you start? One example completely convinced me. Imagine investing $200 every month into a simple index fund. Let's assume an average annual return of 10%, roughly the long-term return of the S&P 500. After 10 years, you would have around $41,000. After 20 years, about $150,000. After 30 years, roughly $450,000, and after 40 years, that portfolio grows to over $1 million. But here's the part that shocked me the most. You only invested $96,000 total. The rest came from time and compounding. That's when I realized something important. The earlier the process starts, the more powerful it becomes. Before I started investing, I thought waiting a few years didn't matter. But it matters a lot. Let's compare two people. One starts investing at 20 years old. The other waits until 30. Even if the second person invests more money every month, the person who started earlier can still end up with a bigger portfolio. Why? Because those extra 10 years give compounding a massive head start. Time quietly multiplies money. And once you lose those years, you can never get them back. That realization made me stop delaying. If you're enjoying the video, hit like, subscribe for more, and tell me in the comments what I should improve in my videos. Starting turned out to be much simpler than I expected. First, I opened an investment account. Then I decided on a simple strategy. Instead of trying to guess which stocks will explode, I started investing regularly into broad index funds. That means owning small pieces of hundreds of companies at once. Companies that grow with the economy. Every month I invest a fixed amount. Sometimes the market is up, sometimes it's down. But the key idea is consistency. Because over long periods, the market has historically grown. If you're enjoying the video, hit like, subscribe for more, and tell me in the comments what I should improve in my videos. Something interesting happened after I started investing. My relationship with money changed. Before, spending money felt normal. Saving felt slow. But investing made me think differently. Every dollar suddenly had a job. It wasn't just money, it was a future worker that could generate more money over time. And when you start seeing money like that, you stop wasting as much of it. Starting to invest early isn't about becoming a millionaire overnight. It's about giving your money time to do what it does best: grow. The biggest mistake most people make isn't choosing the wrong investment, it's waiting too long to begin. Because every year you delay removes one more year of compounding. And those years are incredibly valuable. That's why I started investing as early as possible. Not because I had a lot of money, but because I didn't want to waste the one advantage everyone gets for free: time. Recap. Wasting time today is ridiculously expensive because in investing, time is the multiplier. Here are the key points you need to remember. Most people think investing is something you start later in life, but the biggest advantage isn't intelligence, and it isn't picking the perfect stock, and it's starting earlier than everyone else. Compounding is simply returns earning returns, and it always feels slow in the beginning, which is exactly why people delay or quit. But the growth isn't linear, the real acceleration happens later, and that's when your money starts doing most of the work. One example proves it. If you invest $200 every month into a broad index fund and assume around 10% per year, after 10 years, you're near $41,000. After 20 years, about $150,000. After 30 years, roughly $450,000. And after 40 years, you can end up with over $1 million. The shocking part is that you only invested $96,000 total. The rest came from time and compounding. That's why starting at 20 versus starting at 30 isn't just 10 years. It's a compounding head start that is extremely hard to catch up to, even if the person who starts later invests more. Those years are non-refundable, and once they're gone, you can't buy them back.